Hi Spirit Fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a lovely pick a card for you, and this is going to be in regards to what you are currently healing at this time. This is going to reference the type of energy that you're currently in regards to healing, whether this is going to be in relationships, it's going to be in beliefs, or anything that is related to trauma, those sort of things. So before we get started, I do want to welcome you to this channel. We are on the road here, Spirit Fam, to 1,000 subscribers. And I am really going to ask that if you are not subscribed to my channel, if you would please do me the favor of subscribing. Nearly 85% of my viewers are non-subscribed, and I would really appreciate it if you would just give us a like, subscribe down below, so that you could actually be notified every time I release new content. I do want to point out that these are going to be general readings, so it's not going to resonate with every single person out in the collective. So I do ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into our beautiful pick-a-cards. So right out here in front of you, you will see 4 decks. And what I would like for you to do is truly center yourself, take in a nice big deep breath, and just allow yourself to connect which deck is actually calling to you. If you give yourself a moment, you will be able to hear the small silent whispers of your soul that is calling out for a specific deck. This is going to be deck 1. This is going to be deck 2. This is going to be deck 3. And this is going to be deck 4. Now, if you like picking with crystals, each one of these decks actually has a crystal on it. So whichever one calls out to you, whichever one you are actually drawn to, please go ahead and make your selection. And with that said, we are going to go ahead and dive right in. Hi, Pile 1. This is going to be your pile on what you are currently healing. So this is going to represent the energy of what you are currently healing at this time. So let's go ahead and dive right into your reading and see what information Spirit has for you. So first card up, we have number 17, Visualize. This is an absolutely beautiful card. One thing I can definitely tell you about this is that I feel that currently, whatever you are currently going through at this time, Spirit really wants you to know that whatever your heart desires, whatever you hold within your center here, right? Whatever you hold within your center can become a reality. It can actually come to fruition. I feel like the beauty here, what I'm seeing here with this beautiful image, I'm seeing that there is a lot of healing that's going on in your chakras. I am seeing the different chakra centers within this card as I actually look at this. And this looks like it's divine light that is coming in from the crown chakra all the way down through the root, down into the earth. And I ultimately feel that this could actually represent, the energies that are currently surrounding you. It could be in in all areas of your life. There isn't anything in here that's really specifying exactly what area it could be in your life that you're currently healing from. This, I do feel that, because one of the things that really stands out to me the most is the heart chakra right here, and then the throat chakra. So what this truly tells me here, pile one, is that maybe this is in regards to you really clearly tuning inwardly towards your heart. What is it that your heart is truly calling you to do? What are you currently being drawn towards that you're needing to really utilize your throat chakra and speak that into existence? Or truly speaking your truth and allowing your truth to be heard and to be seen. I feel that ultimately with this particular card, what it's ultimately saying here is that in order for you to bring something into reality, it's important that you visualize. Now, the one thing that I will say about visualization is that it's important that your mental clarity be really on point, that you're very clear about what it is that you're currently thinking, and that it is in alignment with your heart so that it can truly become realized and actually become a reality. Next up, we have Claim Your Art. Now, I absolutely love this card because what this is really showing me is that this is really focusing in on the type of energy, the type of abilities and skills that you currently have here. And I do feel that we have fire energy, we do have wind energy, and we do have I feel like this is all of the elements, like understanding here that you have the capability to create miracles in this life. So maybe this is something that you, maybe this is representing that you are a healer here, that you are meant to actually work with light here, pile one. And what you're really needing to heal is your inner confidence, the inner you that needs to sort of come to the understanding that you have the capability to do these things, that you have all of the elements, that you have all of the power needed to be this light worker or be this healer or be this psychic, whatever calling it is that is coming from your heart that you ultimately need to tune into. One thing I definitely get with this Claim Your Art is that what it's really saying is that maybe there is a part of you that is denied some sort of aspect within yourself here, pile one. And if you've denied that aspect of yourself, then you're not truly accepting all aspects of who you are. And this is really a call for you to truly accept and claim that which is yours. Claim who you are, claim your light, claim your essence, claim your skills, your talents, and your abilities so that you could actually showcase that in the world. And I'm very much into numerology here, pile one, and I do want to point out here that with the number 17, it reduces down to an 8, which is about abundance. It's about manifestation. It's about prosperity. And 10, it reduces to a 1, which is about new beginnings. So when you combine both of these together here, pile one, what this is really saying is that in order for you to manifest more abundance, right? Maybe what you're currently healing is your beliefs around your ability to sustain yourself or to provide for yourself or to be prosperous or abundance. And the way that you do that is by claiming who you are, claiming your skills, claiming your talents, and really bringing that forward here. Next up, we have Opening to Discovery. This is an absolutely beautiful card. What I love about this card is that you see the key down here with the keyhole. And what this is saying is that sometimes we have to explore the depths inside of us, right? And this is the whole reason why we often get the hermit mode, because what this is really saying is that there is something so much more deep inside of you here, pile one, that you're needing to open up to and explore the depths of. The fact that there are stars here really truly shows me that this is your inner light. This is the inner aspect of you that holds all of the secrets, that holds all of your divine infinite wisdom of who you truly are at the core. And you're going to have to explore this within yourself, because this is really truly going to be what is going to help you claim your divine talents and your divine abilities. It's going to help you master that so that you have a full understanding and capacity to who you are. Understand that this also represents that, you know, every day we come into contact with our own intuition. We often receive downloads throughout the day, and this could mean, you know, when I see like the shower of the stars here, this could mean that this is, you know, massive downloads that are coming to you through the crown chakra here, that is actually being downloaded to you. And I feel that this is you needing to, I feel like what you're needing to heal ultimately here is the ability to be able to trust your intuition, trust what's coming through, and accept who you are as you know, slowly but surely receive all of this knowledge and this wisdom that comes through for you here. I really feel that this is truly about you going into the depths of yourself, you really looking deep within yourself to discover who you truly are. Now let's go ahead and dive into the tarot here and see what additional insight we can actually get. So we have the Knight of Swords, the Tower, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and you got an additional card here, the Ten of Wands with the Eight of Wands. Okay, let me move these down a little bit so that you can actually see this a little clearer. With the Eight of Wands here. Okay, beautiful. All right, what I'm currently picking up here is that I feel like there has been sudden change that has sort of come upon your life very rapidly and very quickly, that has sort of left you feeling very disappointed here, pile one. I feel that maybe in your past you have really not had a lot of support from outside people who have really mistreated you. They've sort of abandoned you, maybe left you feeling very neglected. And I feel that having that has really made it very difficult for you to really truly look within yourself, to trust your own instincts, and to accept who you are. Because I feel like you've tried so hard for so long to meet the expectations of other individuals that it's been very difficult for you to sort of leave that shadow aspect of who you are at the door, right? I love, and I want to point out here, right here with this Five of Pentacles, you see this key and this door here. Okay, I'm going to focus in on this card a little bit more because I want you to actually see this. This young person right here, there is the key behind her, and here is the door, right? The true message with the Five of Pentacles is that this is a test of your resources. It's a test of your willingness to be able to look beyond what you are currently experiencing in order for you to see what is around you on how to rescue yourself, how to move yourself out of a situation that you currently are in. And I want to point out here that one of the other messages you got here was the opening to discovery, which also showcased a key and a keyhole, right? That you are the key to your own salvation here. And this is about you truly opening up to the depths of yourself. I feel that ultimately what this is saying here, because I feel that spirit right here with this Ace of Pentacles, pile one, is really delivering an opportunity for you to truly grow and expand out of the beliefs that you have currently shaped your life into, right? I feel like you've had a lot of responsibilities that you are sort of needing to walk away from. And I feel that you're now moving towards something that is going to be a lot more fulfilling for you. I want to point out that I feel that ultimately the energy of what you're healing right now is really about this deep exploration of who you are and learning to trust yourself and not see yourself through the eyes of other people or trying to meet the expectations of other individuals. I feel this is mostly about you needing to uncover who you truly are and accept that genuinely and authentically. Now let's see what additional insight we have here. So next we have, oh, this is absolutely beautiful. We have listen to your heart. This says awaken psychic abilities and tune in to the infinite. This is an absolutely beautiful card here, pile one, that I would love for you to just really look at. Look at the beauty of this card. I feel that ultimately what this is saying here is that this is about you needing to stand your ground, you really needing to listen to your intuition and your inner guidance and allow that to assist you as you transition into a new phase of life, as you transform and leave all of the burdens and the responsibilities and all the things that have been weighing you down or that have been making you feel like you're incapable of being who other people have told you you are or you're not, right? One thing I will tell you about the listen to your heart is that this is really about tuning in to your heart guidance, that having that heart intelligence, that emotional intelligence to truly understand who you are and allow it to sort of shape your life. Notice how you have all of the chakra colors here with the rainbow, right? We saw that here with the visualize, where I see all of this inner light, this inner knowledge that is coming in from divine consciousness directly through you, pile one, to help assist you to awaken to maybe higher aspects of your intuition. I feel like maybe what you're currently needing to heal from here is also this I feel like it's this belief that you are far greater than you have believed yourself to be. It's almost like you've put a limit on what you're capable of doing, and Spirit is really wanting you to know that you're moving past that. There's so much more here that I see with the Eight of Wands that is trying to be communicated to you through Spirit. To help you tune in to all of the infinite possibilities of who you are and what you're capable of doing, and how you go about doing that. Next we have, oh, this is beautiful. We have feed your artist. Now, this is a very interesting card because this truly represents, in my aspect, here how we have claim your art, right? There is something here that I feel that you are very capable of doing here. I feel like your inner artist is really wanting to express itself. Your true art of who you truly are is really trying to come forward, and you're needing to honor that, right? I feel that is the part of your inner essence. That's a part of your intuition that is asking to come forward so that you can actually grow more into the capacity of who you are here. I am going to read what it says in the book here for feeding your artist, because I feel like what this is in my interpretation of this here, pile one, I feel like this is this is wanting you to really support your needs, support your desires, right? What are the things that like I said earlier, what are the things that your heart has been asking you to partake in? What are you feeling guided to do or to move towards that you're currently not doing, right? Spirit's wanting you to rush towards that. Because I feel that is where you ultimately are going to find the success that you are wanting, the abundance, right? So in the book, Feed Your Artist says, there's a money myth out there that healers are broke ass hippies and that creatives are starving artists, and it doesn't have to be this way. It actually isn't this way at all. There are healers, creatives, and artists everywhere who are building abundant, prosperous lives with their craft. You too can use your passions and your creativity to fill your world with joy and abundance. Allow them to support and guide you on your journey, and diligently feed your inner artist, trusting that it is a productive pursuit. Your art may be a shot of daily yoga with a side of delightful conversation, or maybe it's expressive dance that clears your stress. Whatever it is, allow playful art to seep into your life. The real, unpolished, uncontrived play that floats your soul. Do more of that. Indulge your inner creator by diving into something you've been inspired to try with no judgment and with no expectation except the expectation to experiment. Your self-expression will nourish the miraculous light you've got inside, and incredibly serendipitous opportunities will surface when you are out in the world enjoying your life as art. Pile one, I feel like this is an absolutely beautiful message. I did sort of say earlier that I really felt this was about you truly discovering and honoring and accepting who you are at the core. It's really about you tuning into your inner guidance and allowing yourself to truly be authentically who you are. There is an additional card that I did pull, and this is going to be a self-reflection question that I'm going to encourage you, pile one, to truly journal about, because I really feel that this is going to help you connect more with your intuition and helping you claim your essence. Your question is, what or who do I have an unhealthy relationship with? I feel that this is a very important question for you to really ponder and to really ask yourself, because maybe it is the relationship that you have with this individual that is really holding you back from truly authentically accepting yourself and accepting who you are. So pile one, this is going to be your message on what you are currently healing at this time. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys. Hi, pile two. This is going to be your message on what you are currently healing at this time. So let's go ahead and dive right into your message. Starting off here, pile two, we have, oh, look at this beautiful card. We have sensitivity. This is an absolutely beautiful card. I feel that ultimately what this is saying is that pile two, you might be empaths. You might be needing to learn how to not take things so personally. And it's also about really looking at things from a compassionate, loving, nurturing perspective. One thing that I definitely see here with the sensitivity is that pile two, because you are an empath, you have a tendency to really collect a lot of bad relationships. You also have a tendency to pick up other people's burdens. This is something that empaths naturally do. They have to really learn how to observe and not absorb situations or circumstances that are around them, so that they know how to fully protect themselves. Like that's one thing that I'm definitely hearing. I feel like pile 2, you're needing to really learn how to protect yourself. And I also want to point out that when we have someone that is very sensitive, I feel pile 2, you're a very sensitive individual who can really sense the differences in energy, in individuals as well as places where you currently are. So it's going to be really important here. I feel like this message has been coming up a lot lately about the importance of people within the collective needing to have a very good energy hygiene routine. Okay, this is what I'm hearing for you here, pile 2. I also want to point out that with this rose, this truly represents divine feminine energy. And divine feminine energy is about learning to be in an open state of receiving, allowing things to flow naturally, not trying to force things to happen, not trying to make things, push things to the way that you want them to be, but to allow nature to naturally take its course. Allow things to blossom the way that they are meant to blossom in your life, whether that's relationships, your career, your finances, whatever it might be. But I feel like it's important that you understand that there are certain cycles, there are certain times as to when things are meant to take place in your life. Next up, we have, oh, beautiful. Look at this. Embrace your power here, pile 2. So I feel that what this is really saying as to what you're healing is because I do feel that this pile is primarily the empath pile. You're needing to really embrace your power and embrace your abilities. Embrace who you are, the good and the bad, right? Like it's important to understand that we're not perfect individuals. There are things that we often have in our lives that we are not proud of, right? Or there's things that we do that we feel we shouldn't be that way. And so we have to learn how to love and honor ourselves exactly as we are and embrace ourselves exactly how we are, right? Allowing ourselves to be who we are authentically and not try to change it or sway it in any way. I feel like ultimately that's the most important thing here. I love how here in the 2 hands we have a snake and then we have this ball of light. I really feel that this is sort of a combination of I often look at a snake as a very spiritual creature, a spiritual animal that can shed its old skin, right? So when you shed old layers of yourself, right, it leaves more room for growth. It leaves more room for you to be able to expand not only your knowledge base, your awareness or your consciousness, but it allows you to open up more to the lighter side of yourself, right? We often outgrow certain things in our life here, pile 2, and I feel like this is what you're needing to truly understand. When a rose goes through its cycle as it buds and then it flowers and then it blooms and then it dies, everything has a cycle. Everything has an actual process of how it goes from birth to death. And I feel this is where you're needing to embrace the knowledge of that, embrace who you are, understand that you're going to change, right? There are things within you that have to transform in order for you to truly step to the next level, okay? Next up, we have, ooh, I love this card. We have Great Big Love here. Now, this card truly, Great Big Love, really represents, I love that this is a heart with wings. I'm really looking at this as unconditional love here. I feel that this is you really needing to get to the heart of the matter, right? Really tuning in to what you truly love about yourself. Like the message that keeps coming through here, pile 2, is about authenticity. It's about loving every aspect of yourself. even the bad parts, right? Even the parts of us that must be shed, the parts of us that we want to let go of, we still have to love those aspects of ourselves. I want to point out that great big love is truly about unconditional love. It is about learning to see through the eyes of love and understanding that there are many different facets of love, right? It's understanding that we have to learn to love without conditions, right? Learn to be okay with the different changes and the experiences that come along the way. This is really important because I feel like whenever we go through any specific type of change, right? Whenever we transform, right? A lot of times we might have certain individuals in our lives here, pile two, that will tell us, you know, you've really changed. The thing is that when people, when you have issues with individuals that tell you that kind of thing, the thing is that they've already made up their mind of who you are, right? And they're judging you based on what they know of you, based on their perceptions, their experiences of you, right? And when you change, then that can be a little bit jarring for them because they're unsure of what's changed. Like they're not sure of themselves, right? Because a lot of times individuals in our lives love us based on certain conditions that they feel okay with in their life, okay? But this great big love is really wanting you to love yourself, to nurture yourself, to authentically accept yourself just as you are and embrace every aspect of yourself. So let's go ahead and dive into the tarot to see what additional information we have here. Oh, already. Okay. We have the Six of Cups for you here, the Seven of Wands, the Fool card, the King of Pentacles with the Six of Swords. Okay, pile two. This is very evident, very clear. The Six of Cups really speaks about you needing to love every aspect of yourself and of your experiences. Like this is about your past, right? Whatever experiences that you had in the past, right? You're needing to embrace that. You're needing to embrace, that younger version or that wounded inner child that is within you. You're needing to embrace it and love it and honor it. Standing in your power. I really feel that this is really wanting you to just fall in love with yourself. Really allow yourself to dive deep into your heart, to truly see your knowledge, see how much you've gained, how much the experiences have actually taught you, what you've learned, how many assets that you have attained in your knowledge base, in the relationships, right? And as you transition, the important thing here is the way that I'm viewing this is that, whatever experiences or relationships that you had in your past, you're needing to see it through loving eyes, right? Learning to be open to seeing it without conditions, learning to see it unconditionally. This is about you protecting yourself, recognizing your worth and your value and standing in your power and saying, this is who I am and I'm proud of who I am. The Fool is really about this young energy, right? About you falling in, trusting, letting go of control, and just falling deep into the abyss of unconditional love and recognizing that there's so much worth and so much value in that unconditional love that you are able to give that compassionately to others without expecting anything in return. And that ultimately is going to lead you towards your fated path, your destiny, right? The Six of Swords is really about you being led by spirit towards this new path of pure unconditional love. I really see this pile 2 as a transition from 3D to 5D. So for some of you in the collective that chose this pile, this is really about your ascension process. You really ascending, no matter how much you have gone through, understand that you are healing this. You are healing all aspects of yourself, whether this is in relationships, whether this is just in, past experiences. You're healing it at different levels, at different layers, and it's ultimately leading you towards your destined path of where you are meant to be. Next, we have Stargate of Lyra. This is a beautiful card. Its message here is expand your casual chakra and enter the unicorn kingdom. Okay, this is beautiful. The casual chakra is a higher level chakra that is actually right behind your pituitary gland in the back of your head. The beauty of this is, and like I said, this is some of you in the collective are ascending, right? This is a part of your ascension process. And the Stargate to Lyra is really this massive portal of energy, of light consciousness and light energy that sort of expands you into greater knowledge, okay? I am currently filming this as we are approaching the 8-8 portal, gateway, Lion's Gate, and we've just surpassed the 7-7 portal, which is part of Lyra, okay? It's part of this type of frequency, right? This is about expanding your knowledge and really opening up to higher frequencies, higher consciousness. I want to point out here that unconditional love is of higher frequency and higher consciousness. The ability to be able to look at an individual who has wounded you or who has hurt you and see them lovingly and love them compassionately no matter what they have done is truly something of higher frequency and higher consciousness. This Stargate of Lyra is really about wanting you to expand yourself. Be willing to be open to that expansion of true depth and understanding when it comes to unconditional love. Yes, and next we have Creator Water. Okay, this truly means here, pile 2, is that some of you may be water signs, but I really feel that how you actually create in this reality is through water, right? You utilize it as a cleanser, as a creator, and it helps. Water is all about emotions. I am going to read in the book what the book says about the Creator Water, because I feel that we'll get more in-depth information about it. But I do want to point out that water truly represents our emotions, and unconditional love stems from our emotions. This is about mastering your emotions, really truly learning to work through whatever emotion comes up and be willing to expand your consciousness and your awareness to see it at a different frequency, see it at a different light. Now let's read what Creator Water says in the book. Water is connected to the emotions, being in flow and relying on your intuition. It governs the germination of ideas and conception, and it lives in the realm of dreams and prophecy. The element of water is insightful, healing, and cleansing. How can your intuition be of use to you right now, and what happens when you allow it to restore your balance? How would your situation change if you fell fully into your emotions? How well are your emotions helping you right now? And in what ways can they heal your situation? Are there places that love is hiding and waiting to be found? So this is really insightful here, pile 2, This creator water is really wanting you to explore the depths of your emotions. And remember what I said about the Six of Cups here. You know, maybe you had some traumatic experiences in your past here, pile 2, that you have an inner wounded child that needs to be loved, that needs to be embraced, that needs to be given this big, great love of unconditionalness, in order for you to truly expand to that next level of your ascension process. Now, for all of these piles, I was very much drawn here, pile 2, to actually select a self-reflection card that I feel that you should journal on, as it will help you level up. It will help you truly understand today's message. And your self-reflection question is, which one of my mistakes taught me the most this past year? And what did it teach me? I feel this is a very important question here, pile 2, that you would really need to journal. Please look down in the description box. I will have these questions down in the description box so that you can utilize, jot it down and do this journaling process on your own time, as I feel that this will truly help you. I feel that if you could truly look at your mistakes and truly see what you've gained from it here with this King of Pentacles, you'll be able to understand the reasoning behind why things happened the way that they did and why it's led you to the path that you're currently on. So pile 2, this is your message. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys. Hi, pile 3. This is going to be your beautiful message on what you are currently healing at this time. So let's go ahead and dive right into your message here. And starting off, we have, oh, this is absolutely beautiful. We have the message of Nourish. Nourish really speaks a lot about being loved and understanding that you are love, that you are loved and that you are love. I absolutely love that we see here this beautiful earth with this beautiful, magnificent light around it. And what I'm sort of picking up off of this here, pile 3, is that what this is saying is that even though there might be times where you feel like you are drowning, or you feel like you are not seen, or you feel like you're alone, I want you to understand that what Spirit's message here is, with this beautiful star that you see right up here, is that you are being guided. You are being guided. You are a shining light. And that even though you might feel like you're alone, you might feel like you're being submerged, or you might feel like you're going through a lot of difficulty, they want you to know that you are love. You are a part of the plan. And that you are deeply loved and supported as you go through this. So I want you to understand, so kind of what I'm picking up here, pile 3, is that maybe you're going through a lot of downfalls right now. Maybe you're experiencing a lot of heartache. Maybe you're experiencing a lot of discomfort in disappointment or rejection or abandonment. Understand that this could be for anyone within the collective, because it's several different types of energies that I'm starting to pick up. But I feel that the ultimate message here with Nourish is that, you know, understand that because you are loved deeply by those individual, you know, by your guides, by your angels, they're wanting you to put forth a lot more effort into loving and nourishing yourself, right? You have to partake in that. You have to be able to deliver to that. Give yourself more than what you currently are. It's about you truly loving yourself, nurturing yourself, understanding that you know, you're not alone, that you are a part of the process. You are a part of the solution. Next we have, address your addictions. Okay, this is very, very, very clear here, pile 3. I feel that what this is saying and what you're currently healing from is that maybe there are some addictions here in pile 3. This could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be codependency, it could be several different things, but I feel like what this is really saying is that maybe you're needing to actually address some of the issues that are currently going on in your life. Are you really aware? Are you really seeing it for what it is? Are you allowing yourself to take ownership of that? I feel that's ultimately, because if you're not addressing your actual addictions, if you're not addressing the experiences that you're currently in, then you're not really aware of it. And if you're not aware of it, then you don't really know how to fix it or how to heal it, right? And what Spirit is saying is that, you know, Nourish is really about that deep love and connection that we have with our spirit team and our, you know, angels and our guides. And they're there to be that guiding light to help you transition in every experience and every phase of your life. And they're needing you to sort of help yourself, because I feel like the big message I get here, pile 3, is you're not willing to help yourself. You're constantly being dragged down because you're not trying to see things for what they are. You're not really assisting in any way. And so it's going to be important that you sort of be your own helping hand in this situation. So let's see what other. Yes, okay. The next card is Great and Full. Okay, I feel that what this is saying is, whenever I see this right here, what this really shows me is, this shows me a big like gold cup, a gold cup of love, right? Massive love that is being filled, okay? I want to point out, because I sort of feel like one of the biggest things about the addictions here is codependency. How are you being codependent here, pile 3? In what areas of your life are you being codependent that you're needing to become more aware of, right? Are you really the sole person that is filling your cup? Are you filling it out of your own nourishment, out of your own love and your own self-worth? Or are you codependent and waiting for other people to fill this cup for you, so that you could feel good about yourself, or so that you could have this sense that you are worthy, right? The message behind Great and Full is that we are meant to practice gratitude, right? When we can come from a place of gratitude, when we're grateful for what we have and who we are, when we know that we are good enough, then we are able to start committing to the process of what is needed in order to help us heal and help us change and help us get out of this, you know, destructive, toxic pattern that we have here in our addictions. I feel that ultimately this message is that, you know, you have to let go of any attachments that you currently have in your waking life in order for you to truly feel like you are loved and you are nurtured and you are nourished here in this reality. I feel that ultimately what they're wanting you to do is you're needing to really set solid foundations and practices for yourself here, pile 3, on how you can fill your own cup and how you can be grateful for the things that you have and let go of any attachments that are currently weighing you down. And I feel it's the reason why you feel like you're so alone, because you're not partaking in your own recovery. You're not really partaking in your own healing process. So let's go ahead and look at the tarot to see what the tarot has to offer us. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, the King of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. This right here really, okay. Like I'm already seeing it right here. So with this Queen of Cups, this is about being so in tune, so aware of what is going on inside of you. So the one thing that I'm hearing here is that when we have attachments to individuals in our lives, right? Because I keep getting this word codependent. We're codependent on something. When you are actually, when you have an attachment issue to something or someone, okay, then you're not really aware. You're not in tune. You're not really vibrating at this level of being a source of love here, because the Queen of Cups, the cups represents our emotions, right? It represents us being really in tune with our own awareness of our emotions and where we are and how we feel. The King of Swords is about, you know, being in that mental state, right? And so what I'm seeing here is that I feel that because you're not in tune with your own intuition, and you're not in tune with the things that you are grateful for, and you're not in tune with your own inner love source, being that source of love, you are very cutthroat with your own thoughts. Your own thoughts sort of supersede everything else that goes around, right? And or that comes around in your life. And I feel that what you're needing to really do now is work right here. You're needing to learn to master your emotions. Master your emotions. You need to become so in tune that you make decisions based on your own, instead of listening to the things of the past or other individuals outside of you. And then you have the Seven of Swords. Okay, pile 3, what I want to point out here is that if you continue to be codependent, if you continue to rely on other people's experiences or other people's thoughts, then you're only deceiving yourself, because you're not really seeing things the way that you should be seeing them. You're only sort of, it's almost like you're only sticking your toe in the water, and you're so afraid of doing something wrong or not experiencing something in a certain specific way. And so I feel this is what they're calling your attention to. They're wanting you to become so aware that you recognize, you know, because whenever I see a raven to me really truly calls towards spirit communicating with us. This raven is alarming that this gentleman here is stealing these feathers, right? So how are you sabotaging yourself, your own healing process, your own journey at this time? Because you're not in tune with your emotions. I mean, look at this Queen of Swords. She's deep in thought in her own mind, and she's not even aware of what is going on around her emotionally. And it's the same thing here with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is looking towards the past. He's actually looking at this Queen of Cups. Okay, and this Queen of Cups is saying, I don't care what's going on outside of me. I only care about what's going on inside of me. And that is what Spirit is really wanting you to learn to master. Spirit's wanting you to learn to master your own intuition and allow it to be your guide towards feeling loved, towards feeling nurtured, and releasing this codependency that you have here, pile 3. Your next card is, oh, I love this, the Law of Grace. Okay, this message here is be your divine essence and dissolve all in grace. Now, one thing I will definitely tell you, this features the Visca Pisca, okay, which is the center of like all creation. Okay, and in the middle we see this beautiful pink pink rose. The rose is the blossoming of our own unconditional love and divine essence of who we are at the center of everything. I want to point out here that when it comes to the law of grace, it's really about forgiveness. It's about recognizing how we need to learn to forgive ourselves for any transgressions or mistakes, for anything that we might have put ourselves through or put other people through. It's really about learning to just let it go. Let everything go that we do not have control over and allow it to be what it is. It's understanding that, a lot of times when people have codependency issues, a lot of that can actually stem from previous lifetimes. So I feel like what you're healing here is that you're needing to really sort of heal these issues on a much higher vibrational level, which is why it might feel like it's so hard for you to overcome here, pile 3. This is really about when you incorporate the law of grace. The law of grace is forgiveness, right? Being forgiving, and I said this, being forgiving of your transgressions, your intentions. I'm sure that you had no intention of being codependent on a person or something in your life. And the law of grace really states that you are of divine source, okay? Recognize here that with this beautiful Visca Pisca and this beautiful, pink rose in the center of this card here, it says that you are a part of divine source. You are love and you are loved. And because of who you are here, you can attain the forgiveness. You're just preventing yourself from forgiving yourself for your mistakes or what's transpired in your life. And Spirit really wants you to let go of this, release it, because it's not serving you here, right? It's only making things a lot more difficult for you, okay? Next up we have, your past supports your future. This is a beautiful message. Again, remember, we were just talking about how I felt like this was probably because there was a lot of codependency here, pile 3, that, maybe this had to do with, past lifetimes. Here's what I want you to understand. Your past supports your future really states that there are no mistakes in our life, okay? There are no mistakes, pile 3. Everything in our life happens as it should, when it should. And it transpires that way because it helps us develop more into our divine essence. It helps us become more enlightened with who we are. It helps us become more a part of being godlike or tuning into that divine essence and that light. So understand that everything that we go through in our past, even our past lives, everything is all interconnected, and it weaves this beautiful, mat of our life, right? A tapestry of our life that sort of weaves everything together, and that is why your past supports your future. So let's go ahead and read what it says in the book here. Your past supports your future. Your life today was created by the thoughts and the actions of your past. And this card reminds you that every experience you've had, every step you've taken, and every intention you've set has become a node of wisdom on the lattice of your life. In this way, there is no better way to improve tomorrow's trajectory than to work on it today. As you weave the web of your life, take the time to include patience, honesty, diligence, and faith. If you find yourself circling through repeating patterns, remember that today's sticky energy may be something that was woven into the past, and that this lesson is only a temporary one. As you cycle upward, your web will become stronger and more stable, and every lesson learned is one more strand of support that can be counted on at a later date. There is a fairness here, a balance based on merit, loyalty, and steady progress. You're being given a chance to do the right thing and to open your heart to this beautiful law of cause and effect. Go ahead and take advantage of this karmic moment and use your actions to craft your future according to your plan. Pile 3. This is an absolutely beautiful message, and I love that this message came out with the number 11, which is about ascending. It's about leveling up. It's about moving towards your next current destination. Now, I was guided to actually draw self-reflection journal prompts, and I really am going to ask that you jot this specific question down, and when you have a moment, journal about it. Because I feel like this is really going to help you learn to get out of this codependency and really sort of heal and forgive yourself so that you can move forward here, pile 3. So these questions will be posted down in the description box. So your question is, what expectation have I set on someone that has been hurting me the most? This is a huge question and an important question. And the one thing I just heard in my head was, because this is a codependency, for those of you that are codependent on a specific relationship, understand that this question is asking you, maybe you're not even aware of the expectations that you have put on someone, and that's okay. Answer this question honestly here. Journal about it, because this is going to help lead you towards that deeper understanding and that deeper healing. So pile 3, this is going to be your message, and I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Namaste, guys. Hi, pile 4. This is going to be your lovely message on what you are currently healing at this time. So let's go ahead and dive right into your message here. So first card up is color. Okay. First, I want to point out here that with this card, I see a beautiful heart. So here's kind of what I'm sort of picking up on here. Whenever I see this card, it really signifies to me a need to balance your chakras. Understand that we experience our life experiences through our chakra centers, which are just energy centers within our vibrational body here in the 3D. Now, I do want to point out that there is so much more that we need to learn when it comes to our chakra system and who we are at the core. Color is really about understanding how certain colors represent certain things in your life. It's really about understanding that, we have our own sort of key code in our life that represents what a specific color represents emotionally to us, or how it vibrates to us. And I feel that this is really about you needing to tune into that internal heart center of who you are, so that you can raise your vibrational frequency. I also feel that this is about color therapy. So there is such a thing as healing color therapy. Also want to point out here that pay very close attention to the colors that you tend to gravitate towards. Understand that when you wear a specific color and you're feeling exuberant or really exalted, or you feel really high, or you feel excited or joyful, understand that every color has a certain frequency and vibration. So there's so much. I feel like for you, pile 4, what this is saying is that color is really going to be a really great therapy for you as far as healing. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more information here. Okay. We have forgive and forget. Okay. I want to point out here that I feel like what this is saying is that, you know, whatever transgressions or mistakes have sort of gone on in your life, whether someone in your life has actually hurt you, or you have hurt yourself, or you've sabotaged yourself, this is really needing you to just let it go, right? I feel like this is wanting you to really move on. And I feel like there is something here that is sort of keeping you stuck here. Whatever it is that you're currently healing from right now is something that you might have tried to work on a long time ago, or you feel like you've been working on it for a long time here, pile 4. And it's something that just keeps coming up. It just keeps coming up. It's like it's not really getting to the heart of that true healing. This could be, you know, maybe there's some cords that need to actually be cut off in order for you to energetically release them so that you could elevate to newer vibrational frequencies that will help align you more towards that heart center. So I feel that, you know, no matter what you might have experienced, I really feel that you're needing to sort of forgive. Understand that forgiveness is really about letting go energetically. I feel like a lot of times we tell ourselves that we forgive someone for something that they've done to us, right? But yet every time that situation comes back into our mind, right? Or we think about it again in our mind, we energetically and vibrationally align ourselves with feeling like we've been wronged. We automatically shift from one vibrational frequency, like one color, to another color, right? I feel this is the reason why they used the word color here, because it really wants you to understand it in shades, right? Understanding that, you know, everything is energy and everything vibrates at a specific frequency. And if you can look at it as vibration instead of looking at it as, well, this was the transgression or this is what transpired, then you're able to understand the reasoning behind forgive and forget, right? Understanding that you're needing to let that go. And I want to point out here, I love how this is a depiction of a dragon, okay? Dragon energy is energy that is very prominent on the earth right now. And it's prominent on the earth because the earth is also elevating the same time as humanity, elevating to a newer state of consciousness, right? And dragon energy is very dense energy. And dragons are the only mythical creature that can actually go down into the lower, denser energies and transmute that energy, right? Because you don't want to send a very high vibrational frequency into a lower vibrational frequency, because they don't match, okay? And I feel like this is what they're really wanting you to understand here, pile 4. I feel like, you know, you might want to connect with some dragon energy. Maybe some of you already have like dragon energy, and you're really needing to just sort of transmute whatever has sort of been holding you back or keeping you stuck, I feel is the right word here. It's sort of been keeping you stuck in the lower frequencies, and now you're needing to find more balance or a better foundation towards being able to vibrate to something higher. Next up, we have a grand symphony. this one's really interesting. So as I look at this, I really feel that this is really speaking to, again, vibration, frequency, the things that we hear. Now, understand that everything in life vibrates. It has some sort of a vibrational frequency to it. And because of that, energy attracts energy. So certain specific vibration will attract the same type of vibration, right? It's just like two magnets, right? They're attracted to each other, right? Unless you flip one over, then they repel each other, right? That's no different than the things that you think, right? The thoughts that you have, or the beliefs that you have, or two people that just agree to disagree, right? They will often repel each other. This one really speaks about inclusivity. This card, A Grand Symphony, is really about being inclusive, being a part of the whole, learning to remove any type of bias that you actually have regarding the particular situation where you're needing to forgive and forget, right? It's learning to see that everything is interconnected. Again, if you can look at it as vibration and frequency, then you'll understand the reasoning behind why they started it out with color, right? So A Grand Symphony is wanting you to understand that you're needing to see the whole picture. You're needing to understand that you have to come together with the things that have kept you stuck, right? And when you can come together with that and see it for what it is, you'll be able to, it's more like drawing your awareness to it, understanding that you have to draw your awareness to it in order to be able to sort of transmute it into higher frequencies, okay? So let's go ahead and look at the tarot now. Let's look at what the tarot has for you here. Yes, okay, I said it. Temperance with balance. The Queen of Wands, this is about being confident enough to shine your light on all of the things that you're needing to really address here. The Sun, this means that you're going to remove barriers. You're going to remove these blockages and move past it so that you could get through it. So you're going to be victorious here. The Hermit, with introspection, and the Two of Pentacles with balance again. Okay, so pile 4, what this is really saying is that you're needing to really transform. And you're needing to find the balance between the shadow and the light, right? Again, we have this beautiful dragon back here with this forgive and forget. And what it's really saying is that, you know, we are all individuals made of both light and dark. And we have to learn to balance both of those energies and be moderate in how we distribute those energies, and be patient as we transform, as we transmute those energies into creating something new here with the Queen of Wands. And when you create that something new, you take pride in it, you see the light in it, and you want to showcase that and shine it out in the world and share it with others, right? So this is really about you taking all aspects of yourself, even those darker parts of the transgressions or mistakes or whatever, and sort of transmuting them into light so that you could really showcase that, right? Because that is how you're going to shine here. It is a part of your essence, right? The Sun, it's really a part of who you are. It's what you're here to do here, pile 4. You're meant to really break through those barriers. And I sort of feel like every single pile that we have done today has really been about sort of changing the karmic barriers that have been placed from generation to generation. So it's like ancestral clearings that have been really going on here. I want to point out that with the Sun, it's really about breaking through those barriers and being victorious in that pursuit. But in order to do that, you have to be willing to really do that soul searching, to do that deep introspection, to look deep within yourself and be okay with doing that journey within, right? And once you get there, it's really about making sure that you balance out your time and effort into the things that you're going to put your energy into here with the Two of Pentacles. So pile 4, this is really about, your ascension as well. I feel every single pile has really been about, ascending, and it's really been about, really moving towards forgiveness. Next up, we have uncord relationships. Okay. Again, we have another number 4, which is about foundations. And this could be you needing to let go of any relationship in your life here, pile 4, that has sort of hindered you from having the freedom that you feel you deserve, right? This card really speaks about forgiveness. It really speaks about letting go and understanding that, not every relationship is meant to stay in our life. We are meant to utilize those relationships to grow and expand our own awareness and consciousness, and then move on as we are meant to. And I feel this is you really needing to unchain yourself from this belief that you're meant to stay in a specific relationship that isn't actually serving you in any way. I feel like this is what you're healing from. I feel like Spirit's really wanting you to come to this understanding that, you can choose to leave the current situation that you're in. There is no penalty for that. It's understanding that it was an experience and nothing more. And you've learned what you've needed to learn. And now it's time for you to cut the chains that have been keeping you stuck or keeping you in that situation and move on so that you can move forward here. Next, we have, limitations inspire innovations. Okay, this is really about understanding, again, in my perspective, with the limitations inspiring innovations, I feel like a lot of times when we experience certain relationships or certain circumstances in our life that limit us, that prevent us from moving or make us feel stuck, right? I feel like with this forgive and forget, it's a lot of this energy, this dense energy that just sort of sticks and it lingers, right? When we experience those kind of limitations, it gives us insight. It gives us inspiration to really be innovative in how we move out of those types of energies, on how we transition and move on, right? And I feel like this is what Spirit is really wanting you to understand here, pile 4, is that, you're really needing to sort of transform this energy so that you could move on to where you are meant to be. Understanding that where you are right now is temporary. It's not permanent, okay? Let's go ahead and read what the book says here on limitations inspire innovations. Which one of the 3 words on this card grabbed most of your attention? Did you get excited about the idea of being inspired, or about the amazing opportunity you have to create something totally innovative? Or did you immediately get sucked into the word limitation with a twinge of disappointment or a lament for the things that aren't going to happen today? This is an extremely positive card despite any appearances to the contrary. When we have the self-awareness to sense our current limitations, we can clearly see the opportunities for improvement and progress. Adopt a mindset of self-mastery and see the hurdles for what they are. Self-imposed limitations, lessons in disguise, amazing opportunities for self-discovery and growth, and limiting beliefs that beg to be released. This limitation is not permanent. It is indeed changing rapidly, and you will transcend this barrier to your success. Allow your current limitations to motivate your growth. This is an absolutely beautiful message, and I cannot tell you how excited I am for you here, Pile 4. I do want to point out that even though you might feel like it's a little difficult for you, I do want to point out the sun here. You will move past this barrier that you are currently facing here, Pile 4. You just need to continue pushing a little bit further. Really allow yourself to have that positive mindset. Now, I was called to draw a self-reflection journal prompt question for each one of the piles. And I'm going to encourage you, Pile 4, to really look down in the description box for the actual question for your pile that I want to encourage you to really journal on, because I feel like when you journal this question, when you really answer this specific question, it is going to help you move out of this energy so that you could fully heal and transform. Your question is, what do I need help with currently? Who can help me? And how can I help myself? So Pile 4, this is going to be your journal prompt for this particular deck. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I do want to point out that you will be successful with moving past this limitation that you are currently facing. And it's really about letting go and allowing forgiveness to give you the freedom that you deserve. Thank you once again, Pile 4, and I look forward to seeing you again with your new message. Namaste, guys.